Hi everybody, it's Crafty Ria, and I'm back with another video. My friend Kathy sent me this thank you card, and I thought I would recycle it and show you how I do my recycling. The envelope is intact. She sent it to me with some jewelry that I purchased from her, so the envelope hasn't been sealed. So I think I'm going to reuse the envelope. I was going to use it as a background paper, but I think I'm going to use it as an envelope instead, so I don't have to make my own envelope. And it'll be the perfect size for the card that I recycle. But it has my name on it. My real name's Maria, but everybody else calls me Ria or Crafty Ria. So I have these stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree. They've been in my stash for a year or so, and I thought I could put that right over my name, and then I can address the envelope and reuse it. So, I don't know if you guys can hear my bird, but he thinks this is very interesting. He was quiet until I started talking. All right, so let me move some of this stuff out of the way, and I will just put this, there we go, right over that. And I'll burnish it down to make sure it stays on really good, and it'll go through the mail. I think it'll be fine. It seems to be sticking really good. So there's the envelope, and I can reuse it. I think it kind of goes with the style of the card anyway. So there's that. Envelope is done. That's the hard part, and the not so much fun part. So I'm going to make the card the same size as this card. So I'm going to measure it, and the way I measure is, let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I picked some things that I thought would be good to use on the card. I take my cutter and I measure it right on here because there's this ruler here. It's 4 3/4 by 7 1/4. So that's how I'm going to cut my cardstock and make my card base. So I get out my handy dandy scoring tool. This is a Martha Stewart, I think it is, yeah, Martha Stewart scoring tool, and I use it for a lot of things. So I said this was what, 4 1/4 by 7 1/4. So my paper's 8 1/2 by 11. I chose this color cardstock instead of white because I thought it went really well. And I held it up to white, and I thought white was too much of a stark difference. And I don't have a green that matches, so I think this will be the best. So I'm going to score my cardstock at 4 3/4. And I'm going to go, because I trim it up after I score it, just in case it doesn't come out right, and I have plenty of room to work with here, I'm going to go 1 more 1/8 of an inch higher than 4 3/4, which would be 4 7/8. So I'm going to score it there. And I like to use my bone folder. This came with this scoring tool, but I think it's too sharp, and sometimes it cuts the paper. So I don't usually use that, but I use this one. It gives a really nice heavy score line. Put that, I keep that right under my desk so it's handy all the time. And when you score paper, I don't know if you know this or not, it pushes the fibers of the paper, it bends them. So most people think you would fold it this way because of that, but since you've moved the fibers of the paper, you really should fold it where the hump of the paper is in the fold, like the opposite from what you think. Then if you use your bone folder, it will lay nice and flat. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 3/4 by, see, I forgot already. That's why I have this. 7 1/4. So it came out nice and even, but I'm going to take a little sliver off this edge, and then I'm going to go with 4 3/4. And I don't know, I hope I'm in screen. I just line it up to the 4 3/4 and cut And then I'm going to do 7 1/4. And then that's the exact size of the card. So I'm going to cut the card down so it leaves a little bit of a border. She wrote me a message, and then I have the inside, which I'm going to use the inside again. So while it's closed, I'm going to take my first sliver off of the folded edge and put that aside. And then it's 4 3/4, so I want to cut it down to 4 1/2, and I want to try to make it even on both sides. And then this way it's 7 1/4, so I want to take it down to 7. And I'll take a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom. Okay, and then before I do anything else, I want to hold it against my card base to make sure I like the way it looks. Yeah, and I think that's good. Since it has the green and this color, the green is almost as if it's a mat around it, so I'm not going to mat it on another piece of paper. I don't think. I'll put this aside. Let me think about that for a minute. And then the inside, I always cut out the saying on the inside. And if the cardstock, like this piece, I can use for stamping or for a sentiment, this piece I'll probably throw away. But if it was a bigger white piece, I would keep. Okay, so I have that for the center, the inside of the card. And this I'll put in my scrap drawer. All right, so then I have this. So I have to decide if I want to leave it on this mat or if I want to cut it down smaller, there's plenty of room, and mat it on something else. So I grabbed some other papers, but I don't think this green will be good because it's too close to the green I already have. But I can use that to mat the inside. And then I have this gold, which I thought would add a shimmer to the edge, which I might actually do that. I like it a lot. Okay, so I'm going to cut another 1/4 of an inch off this, and I'm going to cut this gold down. So I'm going to cut the gold to 4 1/2 by 7. I'm going to cut my 7 edge first. I'm going to cut this down to 4 1/2. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this down to 6 3/4. By 4 1/4. And I'm just taking 1/8 of an inch off each side to make it even. Okay, so that's what that leaves me. Yep, I like it. Okay, so we're going to go with that. I actually might mat the inside on that gold instead of the green. We'll see. Maybe on both, because I'm fun that way. All right, the inside I'll do last. So there we go. We've got that. Excellent. So I'm going to, before I put it all together, I do want to add some ribbon to the front of the card. And I found this ribbon in my stash. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance for 78 cents, but I think I ended up paying $1.25 for it in one of their big sales when they had so much off clearance. I thought I would put this down at the bottom. And I would put a flower on it. I have these green flowers. Thought that one would go really good. I have all of my flowers in these containers from earplugs that I use, and I thought they looked like little apothecary jars, though. I thought they were really cute. But you know, I think before I do this, I want to do something else. So I'm thinking, okay, I have this bling that I got from AliExpress. I got a whole bunch of different colors, and I think they were like 60 cents a sheet. So that's really, with free shipping, so I thought it was really worth it. So I thought they would look really cute on the letters. So, because this really, it's going to really dress it up. So I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to try not to get my hands in the way. This might take a little while. Sorry if it's boring. What's great about these, you can bend them around. And the littler pieces I'm going to hold off on because I might need them for something really small. I'm going to use the bigger pieces first. I have a dog hair on there. I don't know where that came from. All right, I'm going to put this down like that. And I like this. I think this is going to be really good. All right. See, these will come on this neat string. All right. That was one too many. Okay. All right, this is going to take me an hour just to do this, but it's okay. I think it's worth it. I hope you don't mind. If you don't like it, just fast forward through till I'm done with the end, because I don't really know how to edit these videos yet, so I apologize. And this piece I think I'll put over here for the rest of the tea. All right, pull that piece off. Okay. If I knew how to edit this, I would edit and put fast music on here. But it's really not taking too long. All right. I have a piece stuck to my finger, sorry. All right, there we go. So now, see, now Crichton could talk now and entertain all of you while you're patiently watching me painstakingly put these gems on here. All right. Whoever gets this card will know how long it took me to make. I like to do them in real time so you get the idea of how long things take, or how little time some things take actually. It's really kind of cool. I'll put this over here. It may seem like I'm going willy-nilly, but what I'm doing is trying to make best use out of the long pieces, so I don't have a whole bunch of little tiny pieces left over. As you can see, I do have some little pieces left there. I don't know if I want to put this little piece here. I don't know. Okay. Then I have this other piece here. Today, I have a funny story. Today I was going out to Walmart because I was out of white cardstock to make cards. And you know, that's kind of a crafter's emergency. I was headed out to my car, and my car is always parked in a carport. And there was this spider web. I walked right into it, obviously, because I didn't see it. And it was right up from the wall of the carport, or the supports of the carport, all to the side of my car. It was like this trap just for me. I think the spiders wanted to eat me. And, of course, I did some kind of a spider web dance that we all do when we get caught in a spider web, and kind of freaked out because it was all stuck in my hair. So then I go in the house and I get Todd. Todd worked from home today, so he was here, luckily. And he found the spider. That thing was like this big in there. He was up there by the ceiling of the carport waiting for me to get caught in that trap. He was going to... The spider, not Todd. The spider was going to, I think, eat me. I have no doubt in my mind that that spider set that trap for me to go out there in my car and then get caught. I really, really honestly think that's what he was doing. He was huge, and I think he was out to get me. Oh, see, now I didn't plan this S out very well. So anyway, if that spider had fallen on me on my way to the car, I probably would have had a heart attack or something, at least. I could have died. It could have eaten me alive, and I could have died. Now, I used way less of these than I thought I would to make this card. I thought I'd use probably half the pack, and I really did not. But I think this is perfect. These came in the mail just yesterday, and I didn't have this in mind until this evening. And I just happened to see them sit there and thought, oh, those would be pretty as an embellishment on this card. And I think I really like the way that looks. I hope you do too. I really do hope my videos inspire you to recycle some cards, or to make some cards, or something, whatever they inspire you to do. Please, kill spiders, whatever you're inspired by my videos, let me know. You know what? I know. Tell me your funniest spider story in the comments below. I have worse spider stories. I've almost wrecked my car. I tried to jump out of a moving car when Todd and I were on a date because of spiders. I almost hit a tree. I've called people on the phone before to come outside, depending on where I was, to kill the spider that was on the outside of my car because I was afraid to get out of the car. Many things. There's just so much. All right. So if you have any of those stories, do tell. I'd like to hear them. I can't be the only one with near-death experiences because of spiders, like the one that tried to eat me today. I swear his trap. His trap was there to capture me and kill me. I have no doubt in my mind that that's what happened. Kathy, I hope you like this card. I hope you're watching. And tell me what you think of this card, if you are. All right, what do you think? I like that. I think that came out really good. I hope you guys like it too. All right, then I think I'll leave that like that. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and do this part. Aren't these scissors cool? I got them at Menards back when we used to go to Menards all the time. And I have this tape, which is really good for this type of thing. I'm going to put it here. I didn't think this ahead because now I have this tape stuck to my fingers. All right. I know you guys probably think I'm crazy. That's all right. All right. And, oh, and my carport is like right over there outside. So he could have easily been eyeing me in this craft room and waiting for me to come out at any time. I don't think that's good. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to put that on here. I like it very much, very much. Oh, I don't want this on the bottom. And see, I really do know how to use this tape runner. I'm gonna put one more. There we go. And like I've said before, I line up the bottom corner and that top corner to try to make it even. And I stick out my tongue. There we go. And normally I just put one row of adhesive, but this has beads and stuff on it, so I thought I would give it a little extra oomph. That's my bird. I think Todd's taken the dog out, so the bird gets excited. And again, I line up the bottom and the top. I should tell him to be careful, there's spiders out there. Yeah, they're going out. All right, and then I'm going to adhere the flower. I think I'll use this. This is adhesive that I got from Wish, and I don't like it as much as the expensive stuff. I think I may have mentioned that before in a past video. But I have them, and I believe in using what I have. So it's very sticky. I will say that. There we go. Put that flower. I have these. They're not big enough. So I have this, which is, oh my goodness. This is a whole thing of sequins. It is the bomb. I love it. Not sequins, but whatever they are. Rhinestones. Oops. My hand is sticky. All right, I have the gold. There's also pink in that ribbon, and I could pull the pink. I think I'll do a pink. I don't know. Gold. I think the gold. I'm going to do the pink. But this is just like, I've actually used quite a bit of them. See? I've used about that much of them. I've had that for years. And for this, I will use my favorite adhesive, which is my favorite wet adhesive, which is Aleene's Tacky Glue. And I just put a dot there. I store it upside down, so it's always ready. Oh darn, and I wish I found at Walmart an Aleene's Tacky Glue that is in a container that is this big. It was 67 cents. But I think it's out in the other room, so I don't have it right now to show you. But it's so cute. I got it because on Friday I'm going to a craft day with my friend Valerie, my BFF, and I was going to bring it because sometimes I use it. Then I have these butterflies, and I will pick one. Ooh, what about that one? That one. Let's see if there's any others like it. Ooh, what about that one? That'll pull out the pink. Yes. Thought I would put that up there. I think up there. What do you think? I can't hear you. Oh, and I wonder, what if I put, this down the back spine of it. Oh my goodness. Like, look at that. That's like meant to be. I think I'll use this on the back of it. Or, hang on. That's not going to be a good idea. Let's try this. See, I don't like working with this stuff, and every time I use it, you're going to hear me complain. I find it's best to put it down on the paper rather than on the thing, because, see, it works much better. Kind of be careful where I put it, because if it hangs over the edge too much, it won't go in the envelope. All right, there we go. So there is my card that says thanks. And we have to put the center in, don't we? Okay, I'm gonna put these away. I try to be good about putting my stuff away. The good thing about this camera, you only see this spot. You don't see the rest of my desk. It's really, really, really bad. I'm ashamed to say. And the rest of these, I cut out matching cardstock for the top. You know, just in case I don't know what color is inside. I don't know. But to hide, that sticker doesn't come off very good. I've tried. So I need to do something for the butterflies. But there we go. All right, so I have this, and I think I'm going to just put it like that. I could use this, but then that would be wasting a whole piece of this nice, really big cardstock. If I had one handy that was little, I would use it, but I don't. And I don't want to go digging through my stash drawer right now. So the way I do this is not anything fancy. I just do that. And center it on there. Get rid of that thing before it sticks to something and it makes me upset. And I'm gonna cut it. There we go. You wowed me. There we go. I like it. I usually leave my thank you cards blank inside, but this has a sentiment, so I decided I'd go ahead and use it. I don't like to waste anything. If any of you have ever gotten my Christmas cards, you know that this is the way I do them. And now you can see kind of what my thinking process is. All right, so I have that. And I have the envelope. Oh, and I'll show you a trick the way I store my cards in my envelopes. I fold the flap inside out, backwards like that. I'll stamp the back of my card with my little stamp. Let's do that real quick. I happen to have it handy. It says, handmade especially for you by Ria. And this ink pad is very juicy, so I stamp it off on something. And then I stamp it on there. Okay, so then I take my envelope and I fold the flap backwards. And then I take the inside of the card and put it in the envelope this way. So when I store them in my box, the envelope's handy, the flap's not in the way, and it's right there. I like to store them that way because then the envelopes with the card, I can easily see what the card is, and it's there. So anyway, there we go. That's what I made today out of that's my recycled card. All right. So if you like what you see, please leave a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment and please subscribe because I'll be making more of these videos and I hope I inspire you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.